What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video I'll be talking about everything about Chizuru, guys, okay? And Chizuru is a very interesting card. She's pretty much very similar to how Mailing works with her extra hit and stuff like that, but you could argue she might be better than Mailing depending on the amount of stack you put on Chizuru, because Chizuru also have unlimited stacking mechanic, which is interesting, and I'll explain what that is, okay? You guys probably already know how it works, but after doing a bit of testing with her, a lot of testing with her, yeah, I think I probably some of her base builds are with the extra hit builds, okay? Turning into pretty much mailing, guys, okay? So yeah, let's look at this. I've been trying to get a build for Chizuru, but I have not been super lucky with the build. I got this build right here with the 130 point, but this thing came back, which is unfortunate. But outside of that, I think the build's decent. I have some random cards on her. Of course, I have the draw right here, draw one, right? And I have these two cards right here to help me draw more of the these cards right here, okay? So the strategy behind Chizuru is like I think by far the best way to play her is probably having this Epiphany right here, okay? This Epiphany is by far the best Epiphany you guys can get for Chizuru, guys, to do the most amount of damage with her. What this does is pretty much it adds 2 extra hits to the next Shadow of the Moon and Shadow of the Moon plus used, okay? It says used is a keyword, right? What this means is you could stack this hit count as much as you can, as long as you do not use this card right here, okay? Definitely do not use it. Save this, since these cards, they got retain on it. Save this as much as possible and try to stack up a bunch of extra hits for Chizuru right here. You spam this whenever you get it. So having this like with multiple duplicate is probably the best thing you could do. I think probably like 3 or 4 dupes of this thing would be amazing, because that will provide her so many stacks. And on top of that, you have this card right here, the Oni Hunt. And when it comes to the Oni Hunt, I think right now I don't have a good Epiphany on it, unfortunately. Yeah, this is 0 Epiphany build right here with the Oni Hunt. But what it does is say 65% damage times 3 plus 30% damage amount to the next bind card used. Again, keyword, right? Used, right? So as long as you don't use the bind card, guys, okay, as long as you don't use any of these bind cards right here, you are able to stack this 30% damage amount as much as you can, guys. So having the duplicate of this also works. And by far the best epiphanies you guys can get for this build is probably this right here. This is really good. It increases the damage boost you get from it to plus 40, and it also provides you with extra hits as well, right? So 53% damage times 4, right? So yeah, and another one you guys can go for is probably this right here. This is also really good because the damage amount increases by 60%. So every time you use this card, you are adding 60% damage to the moon card right here, to this card right here, right? Which means so much damage you guys can put out with this card right here. So yeah, Chizuru is very interesting. Yeah, you could argue that she might be better than Mailing. It depends, right? It depends on your build. She might be better than Mailing. This one also not too bad, right? But this one you lose out on the damage boost. So probably by far the best ones are this one or this right here. These two are the best Epiphany for the extra hit build you guys can go for, okay? And of course this one you guys can. There's other choices you guys can go for. For example, if you look at the Epiphany right here. Actually, no, you don't have that many options here, so this is probably the best one you guys can go for, okay, if you guys are trying to build the extra hit deck right here, because this one is the only one that provides you with add 2 hits to the next Shadow of the Moon and Shadow of the Moon plus cards, which are both, so this will affect both of these cards. Of course, you ideally want to use this card right here, the plus version, because it does more damage and it does have more benefits and more extra effects on it, because it also heals you and stuff like that. But you guys can also do this, use this one right here, the base version, and do crazy amount of damage. Yeah, Chizuru is very, very good, man. She's an insane character. And yeah, I'm still trying to hunt the best possible build for her. Gear wise, I'm using this. The reason I'm using this right here, the pot, is because I don't have any other good stat gears right now at the moment, so I just use this because it does have crit rate and crit damage and stuff like that. But you ideally want to use crit damage set right here, like similar to this one, the 2 set crit damage. This one's really good. It gives you crit damage increase, right? But yeah, let's test her out inside some game mode, and I'll show you guys how that works, okay? Oh, before that, actually, I do want to talk to you guys about some of the team combination you guys can use. You guys can still use Mika Wizard because the reason people were saying you can't use Mika on Wizard is because of this card right here, right? The bound out disc. At the start of the turn, gain inhibit, right? Inhibit and decrease cost by 1 until 1 random card of other component are used, right? But the thing is, as long as you don't use this card, she is able to gain AP. So you guys can't totally use her with Mika because Mika is amazing card. She provides with a lot. She provides her with a lot of healing and a lot of AP and stuff like that. So you could, if you guys are really strapped for like a card cost and stuff like that, right? You guys can't save this card and not use it until you guys are able to get as much AP from Mika as possible if they're in the team, and then use it afterward, okay? Because if you use it afterward, you're not going to lose the AP you already gained beforehand. So yeah, then it doesn't matter if you don't gain AP or not, right? But of course, since it's an upgrade card, after you use it, you are not going to be able to gain any AP afterward, right? The turn after, right? But that's the one way you guys can do it. But you can definitely use Mika Wizard, and Veronica is absolutely amazing partner for her as well. For Veronica, you guys can do similar build as this right here with this card. This is probably the best funny effect you guys can get for Veronica. You guys already know how this works, right? Draw 2 as a combative card. Pretty simple stuff. But you guys can also go for a different Epiphany right here. That will also help you decrease costs right here, right? So 159 shield, draw 2 card of the other combatant, and decrease cost of those cards by 1 for 1 turn, right? So this is also pretty good. You guys can go for this or this, right? Depends, right? But I think this is the best one, just to make it as efficient as possible, right? But yeah, that's another teammate you guys can use with Veronica. I mean, with Chizuru right here. Chizuru is, man, she's insane actually. Like absolutely broken character. Of course, you guys can do some insane damage with her at E0, E1. It depends, right? But let me just show you guys inside it. So, for example, when you have a setup like this, pretty much her gameplay is very simple, guys. Okay, if you are going with the extra hit build, you pretty much want to spam this as much as possible. As you guys can see, I have 2 copies of it now, so I'm just going to use these 2 right here. That will add 4 plus 4 hit to her Shadow of the Moon card. Okay. Which is very good, and of course use this as well. That will also give you the 30% damage amount to the next bind card used, right? So we can use this right now and just save it, right? And we can use that as well if you guys care, right? And then we can just do this. So yeah, the more stack you guys get of the extra hit, the more damage you're gonna be able to do at the end of the day, right? So let's see. Okay, this one might die too fast, but we'll see, right? See guys, right here, as you guys can see, we are able to get 6 stacks so far, and we are also getting the damage boost on it, on top of it. So yeah, definitely don't use this as much as you can. Yeah, save this card and use it whenever you have the maximum possible stack on this card, okay? So we're gonna save it and I will come back to you guys, okay? Alright, right now, right? We have 6 stack right now, and now we use this right here, right? To get even more stacks on here, right? Because 10 stack, right? That's how you guys want to play her, pretty much. Very simple play style, I'm not gonna lie. And then you use, of course, you do that right there. Yeah, so, and then we can use this card as well. It will give us tenacity damage as well, so pretty good stuff. Alright, so now we have 10 stack and 207% damage boost from the Oni Hunt card, okay? See, again, we have more stacks right here we can use. We can do this, right? And then we can do this right there. And now we have the plus version. See, like 13 stack plus 300% damage, right? Since the boss about to die, I was just going to show you guys how much damage this will do. So let's see. Yep. And that's like 7k damage right there, right? So yeah, depending on how much longer you guys can extend the fight, yeah, you guys can't stack you guys can stack these 2 cards infinitely, guys. Okay, so you ideally want to just save this card as much as you can, and then use it when you think you have enough of a stack, and you'll be able to like kill the boss or something. Like you'll be able to one-shot the boss or something, right? Definitely make sure to do that, right? So yeah, Chizuru is very simple. Let me know what you guys think about Chizuru, and let me know if you guys think Chizuru is better than Mei Lin, right? It depends on the build, but I think she's quite a strong character, guys. But yeah, this is the build so far, and now I'll go back to chaos mode and try to get a better build, a little bit better build than this. I ideally want like at least 3 copies of this, this card right here, and at least 2 copies of this, right? Yeah, 2 copies of this one with this Epiphany right here, with this Epiphany or with this Epiphany, and that pretty much will fix my build pretty easily, guys. But yeah, very strong character, guys, and I am enjoying using her. She's amazing, guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and let me know if you guys are enjoying using her as well. And yeah, see you guys on the next video, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye bye.